hand with the new champion, TJ Dillashaw. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us up here.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right, Kenny, there was a lot to talk about in this fight. It was a hot one. Take us through the highlights.
Absolutely delivered. Both these guys came in with some sick arsenals of techniques, but in the end, it was TJ Dillashaw once again creating confusion, keeping his opponents guessing and throwing a variety of strikes at his opponents, creating angles out there. We had a little bit of a scare there in that first round. TJ got dropped there inside in the pocket, but in the end, it was actually him in the pocket landing on Cody Garbrandt. That kick, that was the first knockdown. From there, Cody, you can see, was very frustrated. Started coming at Dillashaw from there. It was that right hand that landed just before Cody's hook. And Dillashaw, of course, with that killer instinct, jumped all over him and got him out of there.
So, TJ, has the bad blood gone away now? You're victorious. What did you guys say to each other after this fight? Because certainly that is something that we were greatly concerned about. Would the beef be ended or not?
There never was a lot of beef on my end of the thing. It was always me defending myself, me having to stick up for what they're saying and what they're bringing to the table, trying to get me angry, trying to get me to fight angry, And so really there was no beef on my side. We'll see how it goes from here. See how they let go of their animosity to me.
TJ, what did you say to yourself, and what did your corner say to you as you walked back before that second round?
Keep your distance, stay long. His chances in the pocket, which is kind of rare because that's how I finished it. But use those kicks, he said that I was setting him up too much. They knew that after I was trying to set up my leg kicks, I was throwing the hands before I threw the kicks. I was throwing my hands before I threw the body kicks. So he told me to stop setting it up and just get out there and throw a fast kick. Keep him at bay. I was kicking a lot to the body, lots to the leg, making him think I was going low the entire time, and then sneaked him up top.
Well, speaking of length and distance, we talked about that. We say you're better, one of the more evolved fighters in the sport that can switch stances, use long punches. But when you got hurt in the pocket. You went back in there and you ate in the pocket, and that's how you won the championship. What was going through your mind when you decided to engage in that brawl?
When I got back in there, it was after I dropped him with that head kick, so I feel like I had a little bit more comfortability because he was rocked, he was looking to defend himself, and so I felt a little more comfortable getting in there. Probably still shouldn't have done it, but Dillashaw came out and I was looking for the finish,
Yo, so listen, I'll never forget when you beat Renan Barão and you came in and literally completely changed our sport forever. I remember going back to the gym and trying to beat TJ Dillashaw. The way you were able to switch stances and kick from each side and throw heavy punches from each side and work your defense evenly on each side is something that we've never seen before. And then you lose a fight to Dominick Cruz in a very, very close, controversial fight, and I think you were saying it was probably because you got a little bit too emotional, right? I mean, it might have got in your head a little bit and you didn't really fight your style. And then we come into this fight where there's nothing but emotion. You got some of your oldest, closest friends talking bad about you, saying things that might not be true, and bringing all this drama into your head. How were you able to learn from that first mistake that ended up costing you your belt? Like, how good does this feel that you were able to win it by just fixing that simple mistake?
Absolutely, yeah. So, I did learn. Even though I felt I won that fight against Cruz, I had to learn from it. I had to get better, and that was the way to get better. I fought too emotional, and that's definitely what Alpha Male was trying to do. They're trying to get under my skin, get me to fight emotional. They know me. They know me in the gym. I'm emotional. I go hard, So they wanted me to come in so Cody can counter me with that big right hand he has, So I knew that it was something I needed to control, and luckily I did learn that. That's why I'm going to continue to be on top of it. I'm going to continue to evolve and continue to be a champion.
So TJ, tonight George St. Pierre became the 4th champion who was able to win that in 2 different weight classes, if I remember correctly. I think you said something about a guy named Mighty Mouse in the post-fight speech.
Absolutely. That's a fight I want, When Cody pulled out in July, I told Dana that I want to fight for the belt. I believe that I should still be a champion, so I want a belt around my waist. Demetrious Johnson was looking for a big fight, looking for a big money fight. He had a record to break on the line, and I thought it was a perfect story. I knew I could make the weight class, and it was something that I wanted to do, and I still want to do it. He's the pound-for-pound kingpin right now, and I want to knock him off. I want to prove that that record that he broke is not real. There needs to be an asterisk next to it because we should have fought.
Now, obviously, Dominick Cruz taking on Jimmy Rivera. Possible rematch with Cody. If that fight with Demetrious Johnson doesn't happen, who do you fight next?
He better not be running. He can't run. He can't run. There's no turning from it now. I'm coming to that weight class. I'm fighting Demetrious Johnson.
Well, now, what about this? Would it be at 125? You do a catch weight at 130, or do you guys fight at 135?
I want to go 25, so I want to stop that record, just like I said. You know, I know I can make it. I was already waking up after 3 weeks of getting told I was going to fight Demetrius at 140. That's only 15 pounds over the weight, you know. So I'm not a big 135-pounder anyways. I can make the weight, and I want to prove that I want to stop him from breaking that record.
Can't wait to see what is next for you. We do know one thing for sure. Your family is about to grow. You're expecting a baby. Can I suggest the name Victor? I don't know. Just an idea.
I like that.
That is good, but we already have a name. I'm sorry.
All right, folks. Coming up, what a perfect way to cap off one of the